Hey everybody, David Ellefson from Megadeth here. Longtime bass player, longtime fan of chiropractic and all things healthy, good healthy living while we're on tour. I've obviously been doing this for many, many years, 30 years of Megadeth this year alone. I started out playing the bass when I was about 11 years old and been playing professionally since I was about 13, at least semi-professionally. So over the years, of course, playing takes a toll on your body. Repetitive motion. In my case, I'm only 5'9", so the bass can be kind of a big instrument on me, about 15 pounds hanging off of one shoulder for now close to 40 years I've been playing. And also kind of my stance too, when I play live, I have my pelvis kind of twisted forward, so I have the left leg forward, kind of my battle stance, if you will. You know, head banging and moving, and I got that extra weight, so it takes a toll on the frame of your body. Probably my first introduction to chiropractic, I was getting a lot of massages on the Megadeth Rust in Peace tour in 1990-91, and we played at Nassau Coliseum, and a chiropractor was there, and I thought, all right, I don't know anything about it, let me try it, and I was cracking my back and my neck and stuff, and it kind of freaked me out, but I started to learn over the years that while massage is good for certain things, loosening up the muscles, sometimes bones go out of place and they need to be reset, so I started to come to appreciate chiropractic. A real turning point for me was 97, 98, we were on a Megadeth tour in Fresno, California. A chiropractor came backstage and I was playing basses that had a little longer neck, and I could just tell I had the bass too low. It was really, it wasn't the right form for my body. And I really started to feel what I thought was going to be the beginning of carpal tunnel. I started to see acupuncturists and people all around the world. And this chiropractor came to Fresno, and he immediately, I told him of my problem here, he immediately went right up here and started pressing around, and it was painful initially, but I realized that he was trying to unlock some of the meridian here that had the muscle problem, and you know you're hitting it because it actually makes your middle finger twitch. So that's as crude as that is, that's kind of how I know that it is. But what I learned from that is that even though you may have a symptom here, the real problem may lie elsewhere. So that's something I do even today when I'm touring a lot, I'm playing a lot, maybe in the studio, and my hands start to get kind of locked up. That helps. I also, you know, my neck gets a little out of whack, so I get some of the cervical adjusted. Also, you know, some of the rib heads from the strap, and of course my kind of lumbar down into my sacrum area from the twist and stuff that I do when I'm performing. So anyway, those are all things that I've learned over the years with chiropractic. I find it indispensable for my career as a bass player, both in the studio and for live performing.
And do you have a favorite chiropractor?
You know, one of the things about chiropractic for me is that when I'm traveling around the world, I actually have quite a few people that I know. I've got kind of a deep Rolodex of chiropractors I go to, as well as my main practitioner back in Arizona where I live. But obviously when I come through Chicago, I call him my friend Randy Kertz. Randy used to work for me actually as a bass technician for me, and also an astute bass player. So he, of course, you know, aside from being my friend and someone who we work together, really understands the dynamics of how musicians and repetitive motion and the way you hold your body, whether you're a violin player or a bass player or whatever, how these things tend to lead to a lot of these symptomatic problems, and being able to treat them, because you can't just put the bass down and walk away. You need to do it as part of your job to keep performing. So for me, Randy's book that he wrote about chiropractic for bass players is a wonderful book. A lot of great testimonials in that book, as well as different exercises, stretches. You know, lots of times we're taught like you need strength to play, but the truth of it is you're always squeezing when you're playing. The biggest thing is to do the backward motion, which is part of one of Randy's stretches about trying to relieve some of that. It's kind of like if you do a bicep curl all the time, you need to at some point do a tricep extension. So it's the same thing. We're always in this squeezing mode as stringed instrument players. So being able to get that backward motion, whether you put a rubber band around it, to just kind of stretch that out, because it's important to get that, again, for all intents and purposes, a tricep kind of motion so that it's offset, so you have strength,
Extension.
Squeezing, and also for the extension.
Thank you.